Hi, it's Wasabi. Welcome back to the channel. Today's battle is on Ghost Town and we've got Apmate from Juicy Clan. It's in the Batchat 25T, it's an all tier 10 battle and he's got CaptainOz, the Tessac in the platoon. Alright, what have we got? Two light tanks on each side. They're heading towards the area where the light tanks normally operate. I guess everyone who needs it is going to have CVS, so particularly the light tanks. And Apmate just heading to a corner where he can shoot from safely if we get tanks spotted. So here we go, the Tessac and the Medical both in the same area. Let's see if they spot any of the enemy. So just backing up here to make sure he can move forward to get out of the way quickly. Yeah, they're spotting tanks in town. In fact, there's an E5, so he starts to put shots in. And unfortunately, CaptainOz got in the way of that first one. That's a bit unfortunate, but just didn't get any value out of that. They managed to take out the enemy Medical, so good result there. Got one down, one to go. Alright, now he's got 3 more shots here. Camp 7 with a weak spot just on the side of the turret ring there, and gets a couple of shots in. Goes for the reload now as he's used his shots, and just pushing up here to keep CaptainOz safe, but while he's reloading that can't do a lot there. But now we've got a Leopard 1 being spotted, so CaptainOz puts a few shots in. You can hear the Tessac gun operating, just drilling away. Leopard's been reduced to about half his hit points, so it looks like. Ooh, sounds like a lucky bounce there, so you see would have been spotted by the Leopard, and someone's tried to blind shot. It sounded like that was a nice ricochet, so lucky there for CaptainOz, but it's Apmate we're following here, so let's see what else he can get out of it. Does a quick switch, it looks like, to his heat rounds. Yeah, he's got the side of the Panzerkampfwagen 7. Maybe he didn't need the heat in this case, but it's alright. He's got it loaded now. Let's go. E5 is out of the way. Panzer 7 is also gone into cover, it looks like. So just being patient here and waiting for targets of opportunity, really. There's still an enemy light tank, but there's no one on the other side of the map. Look at the mini-map there. They've given up map control there and potentially losing even the base area. So T-57 Heavy's coming back to support, and in fact the object has taken out the remaining enemy light tank. So that's a good bit of information to know. Now they do lose their object, so that's a bit unfortunate, but it's good to know there's no light tanks in the game. That gives CaptainOz a bit more freedom to operate. He knows he's not going to get spotted necessarily in the bushes here, and he has spotted that Leopard 1 again, and he goes on 372 hit points, so he's not going to last a great deal longer, but more importantly he's on the other side of the ship, so Apmate can fire quite safely without getting spotted by the Leopard. Alternatively, he can push in on the Leopard and try and get rid of him. Maybe one shot, definitely 2 shots will get rid of him. And he gets a nice shot there on the object 268 there. That's the 268, not the 268V4, so a bit more squishy than the object. Still got 3 shots in the autoloader. Not going to go through the reload. It's not worth it on the Batchat. And he's still in sniper mode, so looking to get some value out of these shots without reloading. Now, you can see the push that's going on in the south. Now, CaptainOz does waste the Leopard 1, but they're pulling back now. You can see the enemy pushing right through the middle here, so their team's a fair bit down. They're 2 tanks down, have a 6,000 hit points difference, and it's increasing at the moment. So they're in a bit of a dire situation, and this is where he does go on the reload. Now it's got plenty of time to relocate and protect its situation. Now they've got to come and make an impact on this game, otherwise it's going to go south very quickly. Now they're 4 tanks down, 8,000 hit points difference. Just scrapes past the dead enemy Medicore. Coming up here, so CaptainOz has taken out the arty, so that's reduced one, and here we go, a FE4005. CaptainOz probably using the HE rounds on the Tessac. It's a wonderful instrument when you get that opportunity, but it does work a whole lot better when you're closer. Alright, now apmate just waiting till he can get the position, and he knows the FB is pointing the other way, and he's got a full clip, so he'll be able to take him out, and in fact gets finally finished off by the arty, so that gives them a little bit of breathing space. But apmate now just staying under hard cover until he goes dark and reloading at the same time. Now it looks like they've got an E5 potentially out by himself. Now at a mouse. Alright, so got some targets of opportunity here. And get on the E5, although he gets taken out, finished off by the arty, but looks like CaptainOz is having a bit of a good game here too. And here's the mouse. Now, you saw apmate switched back again to the heat round. Now, there's 2 reasons for that. One, of course, is the high pen, but he's firing at the side of the mouse. Probably the key reason here is you don't lose penetration over distance with the heat round as you do with the APCR. So given that he's shooting past the edge of his view range, he wants to get the maximum performance out of it. Now that did bounce, so there's still potential, but he'll just go for the last shot. Or no, he's got a patch to do the same thing too, which he does. So all of a sudden, apmate has got up to 3.7k of damage. He's getting something out of this here, but the game is still pretty much in the balance of the enemy. Now the arty having a good time finishing off tanks, so that's a good play by the arty, the 261 particularly. But CaptainOz coming up here, sorry, apmate, now he's closing in on the object 268. He's been spotted here, 268 pulling back, so he's not loaded yet, so it's going to have to come around and possibly take a hit. But can he get a shot in? Yeah, it does without taking any damage. And he wants to get dark here. He's been lit up. There's the object 780 there. It's pretty tank he wants to get rid of. But he's the one capping at the moment, so he can reduce the cap points, which he has, so it's taken that out of the equation. Looks like he's hiding behind a dead tank here, so he's just looking for an angle where he can still do damage. And that's what he's doing right now. He's spotted, so he gets his last shot in, goes on the reload, and goes to hide. So they're still behind by 2 tanks. They've reduced the deficit to about 3k of damage, and this is what they're working on here. apmate hasn't lost any hit points, and neither has CaptainOz. They've lost their arty, and they've got a Gorilla 15 who's on very low hit points, but there's still 3 guns in the game, and here comes the 780, who has got quite a lot of hit points still, so he's going to take a few. CaptainOz does take a hit this time, but now the 780 is fired, so here apmate can get some shots in him. 1 shot in, and this is where the 780 is a bit confused. There's a to fire at. It does take a hit from the 780. He'll get rid of him now. So it's a good trade of hit points there. Oh, and he takes a big hit from the object 430U, who's not spotted right now. And this game is still in the balance. They're now 4,000 hit points down, and they both lost hit points in that trade with the 780. But we'll get rid of all these tanks. He did get spotted going around the corner. That's pretty important. CaptainOz putting in a whole bunch of rounds. It looks like someone's on the cap, maybe the Panzerkampfwagen 7, but apmate determined to win this game, and he's running a mission here. Let's have a quick look at what that is. So Coalition 9, so he's done the damage and he's got to destroy 2 vehicles, which he's done, so that's already in the bag. Not a lot needs to do about that. And now he's just playing cat and mouse with this 705A, and he takes a hit from the arty while he's doing it. But he's already now 7k of damage, so pretty impressive output. You can hear the Tessac just firing in the background there, and in fact gets rid of the 705A. So CaptainOz again having an impact on the game as well. 20 seconds to go though. They're going to have to get in and reset. So the enemy's been reduced to an arty and the 430U and the Panzerkampfwagen 7. Panzerkampfwagen 7 on low hit points because he's already taken damage, we know that. The 430U we don't know, has been spotted for a while, but unlikely. And there's the arty. In fact there's 2 on cap, so that's the GWE 100 and the Panzerkampfwagen 7. And apmate just lining them up to get a spot in. They have got a reset, so that's good. And now he can just take time to aim carefully. There's one shot into the GWE. Now he's going to go after the Panzerkampfwagen 7. He's gone dark, so he's got to reacquire him visually. Still 2 tanks on cap. They didn't get a kill, and so they're accumulating points pretty quickly. He's got to just get him lined up. No outline, so he's behind cover. Alright. Doesn't get a reset. He's got to get a line on the GWE. Get him out of there. 12 seconds to go. Still 3 minutes in the match. Alright, okay, now he's got the Panzerkampfwagen 7. What he's doing here is quite clever. He's changing the angle. It's not penetrating, but the Panzerkampfwagen 7 not necessarily knowing where to go. He's got one more shot, and then he's going to go on to reload. Now this is interesting. He's by himself now. CaptainOz is out of the game. There's the 430U. Oh, he's got to take time to get him killed. He's got one shot left. Should he kill the object? Okay, it gets lit. So this is important. 5 seconds to go. 4 seconds to go. 3, 2, 1. Can we get this the win here? No, it doesn't look like it. Unfortunately, that is a loss. Keeps his position in the game. 7.5k of damage though, and that's unfortunate. That's a defeat. Well, valiant effort there from apmate. Good result in the tank, but not for the battle. Alright, 7.5k of damage, another 500-ish of assisted, so it's 8k combined is a good result. 3 kills, and the second class mastery badge. Let's have a look at the scores here. He's got the Confederate Award as well, I think that is. Yeah, it should be. Oh, Defender, of course. What am I? I'm an idiot, aren't I? Alright, so his crew got the top results. In fact, CaptainOz getting the top result there. 733 base in the losing side, 690 for apmate, the 2 outstanding players on that team. The Gorilla 15 doing 4k, so standing up there in that sense. No other tanks getting more than the 2k that the Object 261 got, so the arty coming in third. That's a bit unfortunate. On the enemy side, the 780 actually picked up 5.3k of damage. Badger doing 4.6, BZ doing 4k, so a lot of good outputs there from the enemy side, and in fact the win was deserved, but no one getting more than 1k, so that's interesting. Alright, so let's see how this works out. So 32 shots fired for the Batchat, that's a hell of a lot, and the Batchat luckily was buffed recently, so it does carry a lot more ammo than it used to. That would have exceeded its total before, I'm pretty sure. 30 hits out of the 32 fired, 21 pens though. Could have perhaps changed a bit of the battle there if it managed to kill the Panzerkampfwagen 7 at the early stage of the game, but that's a big what if. Let's not go down that path of hypotheticals. We're not going to do anything with that. Now, he did have bonuses for running in the platoon and a small amount of extra you get for courageous resistance, which is being part of the top performers in a losing side. And that'll give him an impact on the EXP as well. That made sure that he didn't quite make a loss, so that's pretty good. Made 22k, and on the EXP side, if we look at it, he came in with 1268 base experience, so that's only a second class in the Batchat. So the levels must have gone up. That's quite interesting. Not worked out obviously with the premium of getting more, but that's what we're looking at from the experience perspective. Typically that would have got an ace tanker previously, but must be a lot of good players playing the batch out at the moment. Anyway, that's the game from apmate. Really down to the wire in terms of his ability to influence the game. He really tried hard, as did CaptainOz. So thanks very much for playing the content. Hopefully if you're watching this you got some entertainment out of it. If that's the case, please give the video a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, that's an option for you. We are one away from 600 and that's something I'd like to see. And thanks very much for watching.